Hello, welcome to BuildBoostDrive. My name is Jacob, and it's been a while, especially if you've been following along with all the other videos. It's been nearly 1 year to the day since my last video, and it's been a long year. Obviously we're back with the Eclipse. It's been put together over the last year. I've been to a few car shows, won a few awards, surprisingly enough. But as all things are, I've been driving around and there is a whole laundry list of things that need to get done. I tried doing this video 2 weeks ago and my mic decided to mess up, so could have had a video out 2 weeks ago, but now we're doing it again. I came in here, changed the oil and fluids on the G35, did a walk around the car, got home, looked at all the clips, and I just got this huge horrible static noise, so I picked up a new mic, so I hope it's working and I'm not just talking to static again. So we're gonna walk around the car, go through the laundry list, and about wrap up what we're planning to do with this video, and then we'll be moving on from there, just taking things off one by one. I got a lot of things I gotta get done within the year. Not a lot of time to do them when I can only usually work on the weekends. My weekdays are pretty busy, but looking forward to getting back to this, driving it some more, but we gotta get it looking nice again. So let's go through the checklist.
Alright, off the bat, she's pretty dirty, so mind that. I've been getting water spotting pretty bad here in Utah. The hard water takes its toll. But as for the paint, the hood looks great. I re-cleared that, sanded it down and just re-cleared over the old clear. I was having some texture issue. I'll show you what the rest of the car has been doing that I haven't liked, and that's what we'll be fixing. I'll probably just sand down everything with 1000, and we'll probably do it in chunks. I mean, the car still looks awesome until you get up on it within like 2 feet, and you can see that the ATX Sherwin-Williams system, their clear coat that I use to paint this, it's like shrink up on me, and I haven't been a big fan of that. I'm afraid that it's going to lead to delamination, and it also could be just my fault too of buffing and grinding down the material, so it could partly be my fault and not even ATX's issue. But I used Eurochem's High Solids Clear on the hood, and I did that in Peach Days last year, so it's been sitting around. I haven't seen any shrinkage on this part of the car with that clear, so we're just gonna stick to the Eurochem when we go over the entire other car. Well, the rest of the car. Alright, the first big things we need to fix is the roof. Let's see if I can't get a good angle on it. You see right there, right in the middle there, there's a whole system of bubbles. For some reason the paint is bubbling up right there. It's the only part on the car that I've seen issues like that. It's also dusty. But I'm gonna have to sand that down, grind it down, see what we got going on underneath, which gives me a chance to take the sunroof back out, because it will try to close all the way and then the lip of this will stick out, and I thought I got it pretty good. Other than that, it just hits this point, and then when I get out of the car I have to push it the rest of the way down, so maybe I can see about trying to realign that. But we'll have to grind this down. I still got plenty of leftover paint, so we'll probably have to blend this area and then just re-clear, since we're planning to do everything else anyways. So that's the only real bad area I'll have to do with the paint, and I'll walk you through how I do that here. Nice thing about working in this shop is it's given me huge amount of opportunities to practice more with my painting techniques. And it's been a really fun job, can't complain. Been really long hours, but it is what it is. The other issue is the spoiler. So these have a bad, where the plastic ends meet. Little spider guy. Doesn't want to. But where the plastic of these spoilers meet, they tend to split with age. And I figured that was going to bite me in the butt. You might be able to see. Camera's not really wanting to autofocus. But there's a nice little split that goes all the way across, kind of stops right here. But you can see where I was washing the car and where that split is, it just allowed the power washer to blow it off, which also means I probably didn't have good adhesion. So we'll have to take this off and I'll just kind of throw some color on here, re-clear it. Other than that, the paint's still looking nice. Next on the checklist are wheel hubs. I didn't get a chance, I don't think I got a chance to show it when I was leaving Arkansas with this car, but I reused all the hubs when I repainted all the suspension, and I'll show you on next video when I get the car in the air, but all my wheels have a little bit of shake, so the bearings are just going out. I mean, they're 20-plus-year-old bearings at this point, and I got full hubs to replace them. We're gonna do Timkins in the front. I couldn't find any Timken hub bearings for the rears, so I can't remember what brand I got, but it wasn't a cheap brand. I like to kind of follow the middle of the road with products. So next video, we're replacing all the hubs. When we replace the hubs, I also got to replace the axle boot on the front driver's side. It's got a small rip in it, probably from when I was, actually I'm pretty sure it's from when I installed it. I may have ripped it with the rings that go around it, hold it on. So it's kind of slinging slight grease within the wheel. I don't know if it's too dark, but you can kind of see there's a little bit of grease splatter in there. So we gotta get that fixed. We'll just knock that out in the 2 videos. My lip finally took a nice block from trying to drive into the shed out back, so I'll probably have to pick up another one of these. It held up pretty good. I've seen this thing do some ridiculous bending without breaking, so that's a bit surprising, but that's what this was meant to be, just a sacrificial piece. And then I gotta find a passenger side light. The bezel doesn't fit properly because of the light being off due to, I think this is also a driver's side fog light. And so I need to find the passenger side that's offset properly. But the bezel, anytime this catches down here, it tends to make this pop out because, I mean, the bumper's pretty wobbly. There's not a lot connecting it to the car, honestly. As for the interior, I'm locked out. Interior's pretty dirty. I'm looking for some new seats. Just want to get something that's black and leather and comfortable, something I can drive, because I just want this to be a fun daily driver. I need to get new carpet. We obviously got the headliner done. It's all in. It looks really nice. A little bit dark in here. I still got to do refabric the covers for the sunroof, and then I still got to finish the sun visors. I've just been really lazy on that. Next on the list, underneath the hood, I said we'll be working on the 4G64. I've got my valve cover is finally pushing some oil. So I don't know if that's the gaskets or I've just finally got one of those micro cracks. Man, it's dirty in here. So either I gotta get a new valve cover, which I'd like to get painted, looking nice. So I'll go through that process. And we also need to do some boost leak checks, because I have a little bit of pulling issues, just like it's not pulling as hard, and I think I've just got some vacuum leaks. That's all there is to it. Just usual maintenance. And off the top of my head, I think that covers everything for what we need to knock out on this in the next few months. Kind of down the road plans, I still need to do the electronic power steering. We need to install that system. We're going to start on the 4G64. I got all my parts inventoried for that build. We got basically everything we need at this point. Pistons, cams, you name it. It's sitting in a box waiting to be put together. We just got to get the block to a machinist. Ooh, she's dusty and dirty. So I think that's about it on the Eclipse. But talk about going forward here in a second.
Wow. So going forward, worst comes to worst, and this clear coat's not going to work. I mean, I've played around. I like having optional ideas if things just get worse and worse. But we still do have that other green paint that I never got to use from Eurochem, that Midnight Envy Green, or Midnight Envy Green Pearl. And it's really cool looking color. So if this doesn't work out, I have another option, at least paint wise. Going forward, I just like to get through this and just start being able to enjoy it. I think we're going to see a lot of change and a lot of forward progress this year on this car, and I'm gonna do my best to keep up with videos, and I'd like to do and basically share some videos on what I've learned, and maybe I can teach other people. I mean, you can do this stuff in a garage. I did this in a crappy paint booth because the good one was under construction. So if I can do this, anybody can do this. If I can share what I've learned along the way to make this process easier, I'm gonna attempt to do that. Going forward, I'd like to find another daily driver. Right now I'm driving the G35, and that's been great, but I'd like to get an SUV to play with, something I can do a little bit of off-roading with. I'd like to do kind of off the path camping. I like going camping, I like going hiking, and I'd like to have a vehicle that I can just take on the dirt, not necessarily rock crawling or any crazy thing like that, but you know, just something I can lift a little and then just get off the beaten path and see some of those sights that the overlanding community gets to see. I'd just like to get into that. So looking at cars for that. Obviously the car market right now is not great, just like the housing market, but I'm keeping my eyes open. Maybe if I can pick something up from like the insurance auctions or Coparts, I keep an eye on that every week. So kind of looking at Outback, Subaru Outbacks, getting into a Subaru platform on that, but we'll wait and see. A truck could probably do me good too, but trucks are going for a premium right now. So it's just kind of a wait and see on that. It goes back to the same issue that everything goes back to, time and money. Don't have a lot of time right now. I got more money than used to, but see how long that lasts when some big changes happen at the end of this year. But there will be good changes. I think it'll be fun. Be a fun year. I think that's where I'm gonna end this video. So next video we will be throwing on the wheel hubs. I'll probably do the passenger side first. That way I can walk through better on the driver's side. and it's the rear passenger that's the bad one. But I'm glad if y'all came back. I'm glad if you're new to the channel. Please help me subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. I hope y'all's projects are going great, and y'all have a good day. Bye.
Inside my head.